I'm ready. I'm here. I'm clocked in. I'm ready to. I'm clocked in. And I'm ready to lock in. What's up? How we doing? Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Hello, Daisy. Hello, Greg. Good to see you. Hope you're doing amazing. Hey. By the way, Daisy, I did get your message on Discord. Thank you for letting me know. I'm very excited. Very, very, very poggers indeed. I decided to put a background up before I, you know, just so you don't see black. Just so you don't see the endless void when I happen to tab out of something. Hi, Arrow. Good to see ya. It's like placing a doily on top of a PlayStation 4, you know? Just like Grandma used to do. I assume, anyway. I don't think my grandma ever did that. I hear about that sometimes. Doilies. Doilies, yeah. Well, today I've kind of just... I mean, this week, specifically, I've kind of just been doing whatever the heck. Doing a lot of rhythm game stuff, but... I figured this is at least one of the games we should follow through. Because, I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's all about the aesthetics, right? And I can just, we can use this as just chatting as well, and I can bring up other stuff. It's like a whole little space for us to do whatever we want on. Like I could even just pull up a browser if I want. If we want to be React mated. It's very cool. But anyway, I will go ahead and pull up something that is a very... I think you'll find this to be very compelling when you see the name of the save that's coming up here. I think when you see that it's called Phoenix and Edgeworth, I think that might be worth your consideration. Just maybe. Is there gonna be... I love how it's first name with Phoenix, but then with Edgeworth, it's always just Edgeworth. That's always kind of funny, isn't it? They really just go for it. They're not even... This isn't even subtext anymore. It's just the text. Subtext is over. We're not doing it anymore. If you're not going to say exactly what you mean all the time and turn to the camera as you say it, then how can I really know what you're actually saying? I'm very literate with media, you might say. Anyway, yeah. A bunch of stuff happened. I might need to refresh my own memory, actually. Spirit. I saw Apollo Justice in the autocomplete and my brain just lagged for a second. So this is day 2. Yeah, I guess this is just the start of day 2. Investigation day 2. Oh, right. Yeah. After the last trial, we found out Maya was being held hostage, and there was the whole thing with the Founder's Orb being like this heirloom. And like, it was like a whole thing, and it was like crazy, and everyone was like, whoa, and it was like, oh my god, and then everyone was like, oh no, Maya's being held hostage, but then the other guy was like, oh, don't worry about it, she's fine. So like, it's kind of like, who exactly are we supposed to trust here? Feels like everybody's got their own agenda somehow. And of course Maya gets the short end of the stick when it comes to that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll start right at the beginning of a brand new one. As soon as I get all this set up on my end. Okay, we're on it. Let's do it. Phoenix and Edgeworth. 6:15. That was the last time I played this. It's been a while. Continue to the next chapter. I cannot stress this enough. Continue to the next chapter. And turn off my BGM. I won't forget how to do that. Oh, right, yes, and we found her in that chamber. There was that. Right, yes. Okay, I remember now. The Minister of Justice was seemingly assassinated. And then we also found Maya in that room, and we had to investigate and everything. The truth has never let us down, exactly. As long as we keep pursuing the truth, it will come out, no matter what. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't even been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What, is it right? Are you all right? Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. Okay, all right, we're just coming out with it now. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Kurain to be useless. I need you to use me. I need to be useful to you. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. They should prove to be useful to us as well. Inga's autopsy report. Tomb diagram. Oh, this is probably part 2 of the investigation, now that I'm thinking about it. Wait. Is that right? Yes, okay. This is investigation day 2, part 2. We got a 3-parter investigation here. We got a real doozy going on here. I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. You there, the barbed-head lawyer, Phoenix Wright! Huh? Oh, hi. You're from the Garan Royal Guard, right? I am Lockheed, Royal Guard member and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are a bit don't be absurd. I am here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before Her Eminence. Lackey, yeah, lackey. It's lackey, right? I thought it was like key, something to do with key. Nah, it's just lackey. Literally a goon. Literally a doke boss type of guy. Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Kurain, will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you. But I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Minion and goon. Honestly, the word goon has been completely ruined. You can't use the word goon anymore. You have to use like henchman or lackey or minion. But then minion is also, you know, minions. Banana. So you can't say minion, you can't say goon. I don't know what you're supposed to say anymore. Due to woke. Royal Shoulder Rubber Lackey, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Lackey. Lahkee, and all praise the omnipotent Queen Garan, for she has already foreseen and improved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are about to come with me. You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Yes, indeed. Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense. She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away. Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? Yeah, so did they just basically confirm that that this is like a total surveillance state? I haven't really seen any cameras, but you can't be too sure, I guess. All right, let's go to the audience chamber. I guess we're gonna get a lot of story done for now. It's a welcome choice. It's a welcome change. It's a welcome change of pace, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, animated. Ah, the barbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. That was a fun little animation. I like that. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. I can't believe she's saying Barbed One. I can't believe she's letting that stick. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your evidence. I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, your evidence. Glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. The Bubbed One. Yes, your evidence. Rafa's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So, what can I do for you, your eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. Okay, we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk out Inga's crime. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband, Inga, had been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Katonk. Ow! That is a lie. A lie, I say. Father would never have done such a thing. He did abduct Maya. I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You will pay for this. You... Ow, please, your benevolence. That is quite enough, Rafa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother? What do you mean, your eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration. And his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. The secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice. In this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army. And he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So, your eminence had no control over them. As much as it shames us to admit it, Kurain is not the unified realm it would appear to be. Wow, what? Really? Really? That's crazy. I never would have expected that. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could father... But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Kurain, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbed One, do you recall the man known as Peace Lubin Understanding? I could never possibly forget him. What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Dirk the criminal. Dirk, nah, he would never do anything like that. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sadmadi. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps, the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Next, we're going to learn that Roger Reigns and the Cloudlandy were also in league with Inga. Honestly, it's all connected. Everything you've seen so far is connected. The truth is out there. I want to believe. Government denies knowledge. Oh, what a joyous day. Hail to her eminence, Queen Grand Priestess of Korean. Her eminence's spiritual power invoked his blessing straight from the Holy Mother. I can see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Father. Rafa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, your eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions. The longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act. Not the good kind, the Diet Coke Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right, Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. I see. But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. In Kurain, the Call of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Was it him falsifying it or Inga? Yeah, it definitely seems like Inga was trying to pull the strings as much as he could. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? So yeah, if the system works exactly the same way every single time, which we've seen it definitely does. Oh, and also the seances are always correct. These guys, man. Sorry, but is she stupid? I know her sister was assassinated, and I know her husband was just murdered too, but also is she stupid? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Kurain, we have the divination seance. And so it is, we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Wait, so you can be a lawyer, but we don't need lawyers? What are you saying? What are you talking about? Well, in the short time I've been here, I've been beaten back false charges twice. And I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Well, this is an interesting sprite. Oh, such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined. Oh, no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best. But it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Kurain dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really, none at all. Right, why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all. Yeah. About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? It's missing. I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. I feel like there's no way we're keeping her out of a courtroom. There's no way. There's no shot we're not calling her as a witness, at the very least. Considering she's pretty central to this case. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you were with. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger blood. Can we chill out on the hair, guys? Everyone's just like roasting the dude's haircut. No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's Royal Guard. Your Eminence! What was she whispering in that one guy's ear? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, that changed something. Something shifted. Things are about to get real weird. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. Okay, I guess we'll just leave? Are we allowed to just leave? I feel like I'm just backing out of the temple right now, going like, okay, well, catch you later, Queen. Your Eminence. I mean, okay, bye. I'm back in the bazaar. Roar! That means I love you in dinosaur. What? Was that a lion? Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbad. A bird? That sounds like that? Dang, I actually didn't realize they sounded like that. Did they ever mention that before? Maybe they did. Sounds like more a beast than a bird if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Oh! Ah! Was that a gunshot? Oh no. Startle ya, PW? No. Dads? What was that, Dads? Oh, did you just fire into the air or something? Why would you do that? The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. Uh-huh. And you need those, why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest's fake murder / suicide? Yeah, how is he not like on the run? How is he not up in the mountains by now? People are calling it the DCA tragedy. It's caused a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Tarus's death won't be in vain after all. Dang, well, if things are actually changing, I guess that's good. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garon's goons. Huh? Like this. Whoa. Well, you cut that out? I'm not with the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction. That was priceless, PW. Guess I started that warbed too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. This guy just does not give a darn. You there? Oh, hi. You are one of those insurgents, are you not? Yikes! Take that! Eh. And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Bobtail, your benevolence. What can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but it was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. And how do you know that? I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how Rayfa expresses her sense of duty. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom. Okay. That's the best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rayfa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, right? Edgeworth's like, I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm just going with this. Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do. It probably won't be the last thing you do. You're what, like 14? Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga is because she's a daddy's girl? Okay. All right, well. Bobtail, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me. And she just runs. Wait, she's sure in a hurry. Right, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rayfa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Yep, that is pretty crazy. Okay, royal residence. Let's do this thing. We slipped right in without any resistance whatsoever. Oh, I'll just scoot right by you there. Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rayfa. Dang, she just took off after. She just took off before they can even. Man. Okay. Wait, do they want me to? Do they want me to examine? Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. I think someone's in there. Father. Oh, is that Princess Rayfa? There were still so many things I wished to tell you. She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Wow, that's the first time he's mentioned Trucy this whole time. That's the first time. That's the first time he's thought of Trucy this entire game. I'm sorry. Princess Rayfa, are you in there? Just a moment. I'll be right out. Aw, dang it. I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No, I mean, yes, sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. Wow, this girl reminds me of my literal adopted daughter that I do not pay attention to. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid barbed head. What is it she keeps throwing at you like that? You got a feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. No, you're right. I'm salty too. I'm not. No, all bets are off. The kid gloves are off, as he famously said. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth. Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting. Oh, sorry? This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. A dingbat dog? That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? I have better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? I really hope she's alright. Alright, let's go. Let's move. Let's lock in. Okay, yeah, a bunch of things leap out to me pretty much immediately. What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common. Ha 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 ha. Bah, this staff keeps getting in the way. Nana! Oh. Huh? Where's Nana? Normally... She comes running whenever Rava calls. What happened? That's right. Nana's... what? Oh well. You barbed head, come hold this staff for me. Wait. Okay, I guess we're just gonna put a pin in that. Just take it. It's too heavy and I am tired of holding it. Hello, Judd. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. How does Nana put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now. Okay, I guess we're, oh yeah, Nana. We should probably get that dialogue. Your benevolence, I noticed Nana isn't with you today. I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again. A little after 2? That's about an hour before the murder. Indeed, of all the times for this to happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name. I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incidents somehow. Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them? Who knows? Very sus. At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. Nana, I hope she is alright. Rafa seems really worried for Nana. Oh, this sucks. Nana and Rafa. Your benevolence, has Nana served you long? Yes, she has been at my beck and call for as long as I can remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers. Your diapers? Almost sounds like she could be your mother. Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nana takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well. Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nana's teachings? That's a funny thought. Nana, Could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late. Oh, I'm sure she'll be back. Yes, I suppose Nana would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nana's connected to this case in some way. Man. The kidnapping. Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Kurain, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. I don't know, you've kind of been yapping this whole time, I'm not gonna lie. But go ahead, continue. Yes, of course, we'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share. My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb. But it was not for the purposes of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake. For your sake. The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training, and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. Right, I see. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. Yeah, honestly, this is not good. This is not. None of this is great. That's still a pretty significant power vacuum there. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Oh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice it to say, he did all this for me. End of story. Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I should probably ask her about that. Man, there's a lot of dialogue here. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance? Who else if not I? Good point. The thing is, divination seances are about what victims experienced in their final moments. So, tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death, exactly as it happened. More or less. That's more than anyone else should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off? It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. No? Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. And it is one I intend to fulfill. There's that word, duty. Your benevolence, as crown princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. Wow, it's almost like she just never took any of that to heart. Whoops. Did I say that out loud? I wonder if I'm even up to the task. Performing the divination seance is very important for the priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Yeah, I feel like we can stop doing that at least. I feel like that part we can probably just not do. Honestly, like it's not even right a lot of the time. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Yeah, that was me, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I wasn't really familiar with your game. Barbed head. First you make me wait, and now you're simply going to leave? Oh, okay, that's funny. That's a funny little dialogue there. It's a syringe and a vial. Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable. It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. I think this is all a bit silly, not gonna lie. But you know, I'm more willing to believe that the child is the victim here more than anybody else. Everybody else had a choice. She really doesn't. Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet. I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own. Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial? No thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. I thought you didn't want them. I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. What's this here? This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? Okay, we got a notebook kind of thing here. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Nana, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this? And why would he write it in English? I am afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway. What a brilliant deduction. One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edgeworth's right. They do look like dictation notes, but... I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nana, who he must have seen every day? Yeah, he's a plant. Somebody. So, wait, is this? Wait, what is this reference? I remember. What's this? Je suis la belle. It's. Oh my god, it is that. Is that what? Is the one guy from Dual Destinies? Oh my gosh, sick Dual Destinies reference. Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color, jet black. I wonder if Inga was going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you could use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. Cool statue. His desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed, something is rotten in the kingdom of Kurain. Huh? This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. Here's a chair. It's shaped like him. This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on. Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see. I wonder if it really works. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture. My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold. Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Oh, the cigarette just went down. And it's just safe. Look what happened. Ah! Look, there's a secret safe inside. Oh my, to think such a thing was here all this time. Rats. Looks like we'll need the combination to get in. What? We need a combination. But we doubt Princess Rafa would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation and come back to this dilemma later. Alright. That's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. I've slept on nothing but hard floor since coming to Kurain. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. But don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need his spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more? Princess Raifa. I honestly don't know how to answer that. Man. This sucks, man. Whack. Oh, there's footprints, too. There are some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old. Then someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here on Kurain we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow. Mine is why clean up today what you can leave for tomorrow. Hey. Hey. Got him. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, Your Benevolence? None whatsoever. Looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Date the DC Act was enacted, parents' anniversary, Raifa's birthday. Obviously, number 1 feels most likely. How about the date the Defense Culpability Act was enacted? Do you know when that was, Your Benevolence? Nana! Nana! Aww. Your Benevolence. Yes, of course. I believe the date would be June 14th. Really, Edgeworth? Is whispering in the ears of elites the secret to your success? Alright, let's give 0614 a try. Nope, that's not it. Time to try something else. I guess we can just go through all of it. How about your parents' anniversary? I have not the faintest idea of when it is. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't, huh? It's December 11th. How in the world do you know that fact, Edgeworth? I don't. I simply deduced it using elementary school level logic. Though I doubt you grasped how I arrived at my conclusion, so I'll save my breath. There's no way you didn't use some kind of superpower to come up with that. He googled that thing. 1211. No good, it won't open. It didn't even work. Edgeworth, you're so silly. When's your birthday, Your Benevolence? You are wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday. Ah, come on, it's worth a shot. Fine, it's December 24th. Christmas Eve? Well, let's give it a try. That really worked. It opened. It did. Yep. And it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination. Why, Father? Why my birth date? Why, indeed. Alright, well, I guess we'll take a look. Okay, let's see what's in here. Yeah, it has, like, letters inside the statue. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind, and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Raifa. Bro, come on! Stop rubbing it in! No. Oh. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There are some other papers in here. Ah! Whoa! This is the plan for his coup d'etat! Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Garan. Why would you write this? I'm gonna write my entire conspiracy plan just in plain paper. You are he deserved it. That's a dumb move. That's a bad move. What's going on? What? Give me that. I don't understand. It seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the Queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. Poor Rafa. This has to come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here too. Oh, it's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Wait, that's your benevolence. How? How can this be? Princess Rafa. What? She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence, are you alright? Alright? How can I be alright? Huh? All that I have believed, it was all lies. I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck she's talking about? Can I ask who the woman in this picture? How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more of her while she's like this. Woman spotted. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Wait. What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop. Shadow, come back here. Oh, I know who that is. Wait, that sounds like I'll be in Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot. I bet it's the game. The game is what's afoot. Are we going outside then? Yeah, here we go. It's me. Woof, 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 woof. Ruff, 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 ruff. Oh, Edgeworth. What? What happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. I'm so sorry. Hi, Albie. No, Shadow, bad dog. Leave the man's frilly thingamajig alone. Ugh. If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat. Right away, sir. Just hold still and... Stop pulling like that. You only stretch the fabric. Come on, Shadow. Let go of his cravat-chamacallit. Oh, this isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2. Wait, what are you? 3. Come on. No. I need a hair. Oh, he's being choked. Oh, he's so grumpy. Were you trying to kill me? I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that. Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets, like cars or his tail. What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat. Wait, what? I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog, you're a very bad dog. Wait a second, I've seen that hat before. Huh? What's going on here? Albie, could I see that hat again? Sure. Wait, isn't this... Yeah! Isn't this Nana's hat? But I thought she disappeared. What happened? Shadow swiped it from someone. Albie, how exactly did Shadow get this? Allow me to explain. It all started while we were on a walk through the bazaar today, when suddenly Dats popped out of a manhole. Ha! Whoa. The fangs of the defiant dragons. Ha! That's our bells here. Oh no, dude. Say, you wanna join a cause, kid? Nana is afoot. The Nana is afoot. Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance. Back, dog of the Garan regime. Huh? But this is my dog, Shadow. Defiant dragon, secret weapon, dragon snot snaps. Achoo! Whoa! Oof. Oh man, the look in your face, that was classic. That's just so mean. The sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadow, and he ran off into the crowds. Ah, Shadow, come back here. That'll teach you, Garon's lapdog. You there, what do you think you're doing? Ah, not good. That's when the policeman came running over and hauled Tats away. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly. I'm not even gonna pretend I know what Dats was trying to do. I chased right after Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth. 2 p.m., That's about an hour before the minister's death. Nana supposedly went missing after the murder, but this would place her here at the palace at around 2. Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time too. Something amazing. So, Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw Her Eminence Queen Garan channeling a spirit. What? Is it really that big of a deal to see you're channeling someone? You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite. Oh, can you tell me more? Of course, I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. I got lost on the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. Oh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a stall room, and that's when I saw Queen Garan. Oh. She was channeling a spirit for our neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my very eyes. I was so excited, I had to take a picture of it. You took a picture? That was a bit of a weird move, buddy, not gonna lie. I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint. Her channeling rite ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me. Using a mirror, yeah. You could have been arrested again, you know? Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it. I worry about his future sometimes. And here's another copy of it in case you accidentally throw it in the garbage. Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners after all. Allow me to explain. I'll be in the courtyard. What will you do? There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, that seems like a pretty big breach of security. Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged, and there's a hole I can just make it through. Go on. Hey, Wolf Spirit, Tristan, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here. Oh my god, does Albie just steal food? Oh, then this isn't your first time here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know. Wait, that's illegal. No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change this kingdom. What do you mean? Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking. Like, maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution, too. Dang, based. Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Korean's legal system has become. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime. Yet, had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man. This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom, it has all been... The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. But that trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter. I know there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking, maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. Okay, he's a little confused, but he's got the spirit. I just want to do my part. The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with one so young. Right, the momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragons seems to be changing too. But Albie, you can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right. Okay, I won't do it again. Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief. And when I say you, I mean Shadow. Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, are we gonna present something to him? Are we presenting? Wait, hang on. There's the hat, and there's the hat in the notes, but I might have to double check on that. I think we don't have to worry about that. We're actually gonna do this. Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Ah, because her benevolence told me something rather interesting. Be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. Oh, that was Shadow. A dingbat dog. That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't have it to be Shadow, would it? Oh. I guess the dog's out of the bag. Literally. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. So let's try to only tell the truth. Okay, Albie? Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Oh no, not the hair again. Really now, it seems your little friend thinks all us Americans have strange hairstyles. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So, what exactly did their hair look like? There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antennae. Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing through the bazaar. With the Grand Royal Guard in hot pursuit. Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're all right. Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind. Dang, okay, well. To be continued, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Phoenix and Edgeworth. I wonder why that was called Phoenix and Edgeworth. I mean, I guess there was a lot of Phoenix and Edgeworth. Fun stuff. Yeah, something really big is going down. All right. I think I will go ahead. Yeah, that escalated quickly, huh? Good thing you remembered to mention that. My goodness. What could they possibly have done to get into trouble like that? Hopefully they'd stick their nose in the wrong place or something. Hydration. Thank you very much. Thank you for the hydration. First time really watching anything Phoenix, right? Okay. Well, this is like game 6 of the mainline series, so there's definitely a lot of stuff. But the nice thing is that coming this September, you're gonna have every mainline game available on modern consoles because there's remasters on every single of the Apollo trilogy, the Phoenix trilogy, and then the Great Ace Attorney, and then coming out in September, there's gonna be the Investigations ones, which focuses on Edgeworth. So you're gonna have it's never been a better time to get into Ace Attorney for sure. There is quite a lot. I still haven't played Investigations 2. I'm going to be playing it for the first time when it comes out officially in September. Before it wasn't out officially anywhere but Japan. It was just like fan translations. But yeah, fun stuff. Many fun times about. I'm actually really excited for Investigations 2. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, I'm going to take a few minutes break and then I think we're going to come back and do the next part. We're going to be able to finish the investigation portion. It seems to me. All right. I'll see you in a few minutes. Whoops, I put it on the wrong screen. Oops. Okay, I'll be back. Yo, we back. I hope it was a good one. I hope you are doing well. I hope you stretched out and hydrated and everything like that. I really hope since they're doing Investigations Remaster, we might get a new game. It really feels like they're gauging, especially with, I think, especially with how close together Apollo Trilogy and Investigations compilation have been. They really weren't that far away from each other compared to like Great Ace Attorney, which came out in like 2021. And meanwhile, we've got basically 2 in 2024. I think they're definitely cooking. I think they're definitely cooking. And I think we definitely can show up for that. I think that definitely can and will happen. Can and very, very much, yes, very much can happen. I don't know where I was going with that. It's fine. Okay. So, we are going to do the very last part of the investigation. Continue. Yes, indeed. Uh-oh. Man, this must have been a while ago. Why are we going back to the bazaar? They must be long gone by now. But maybe we'll find them. Who knows? Those guys sure are persistent. Yeah, they even wore me out, and that doesn't happen often. Why are they after us anyway? Okay, so they don't know. Apollo, it's the Royal Guards again. Quick, hide. Hey, where'd Horn-Headed Spidey Hair go? Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question? We know you're hiding somewhere around here. Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just... Yeah, it did. It's called a warbad, and... You know what? I'll tell you all about it later when we're not being chased by masked men. Come out, wherever you are. Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you. Figures they're after the orb. I don't want to know what they'd do to us if we were captured. If they grill us in those obnoxious, loud voices, I'd cave after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or no. Oh, Athena. Come out now, you foreign devils! This has gone far enough. You must not keep Her Eminence waiting any longer. Roar. We've got to get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere. Okay. Oh, okay. Are we examining? Are we stopping to think? Are we gonna put our thinking caps on to find a place to hide? What about... Oh, wait. The manhole. The manhole. That's right. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room. The files of a Maston Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? It's the most conspicuous manhole in all of Korean. You can't miss it. Where are we going? Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down there. It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats I hear? We've got no choice. I can get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Quick, before it's too late. It's gonna take forever to get this stench out of my hair. Aww. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's pretty gross. It's dingy in here. Looks like we lost him. That was close. Oh yeah, this is the room where we very unceremoniously learned that Dirk is Apollo's adopted father. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that? Ah! Tats! AJ, what the heck are you doing here? Garon's Royal Guards are after us. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax now. Good, but since when am I a part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. That was crazy, they were crazy for that. Apollo! Oh, okay, alright. Mr. Wright, what are you doing here? We saw you two go into that manhole. You narrowly escaped the guard's notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. I guess that was a closer shave than I had thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Oh, okay. Received. Thank you. So what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway? It's the Defiant Dragon's safe house, also known as the former Sadmati law offices. I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, a chief prosecutor, hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena. Stop moping over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen. And if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. I'm sorry I even asked. Man. I get it, though. What's this book? I wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings. The arson involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. So is this what Dirk was So this is what Dirk was talking about. We already know most of the stuff here at top. Let's see what else there is. Wow, where did he get all this? Anything important here? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. That's crazy. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. What? This is about your father, Apollo. Oh yeah, we heard about him. It looks like it. But I was never told much more than what's written here. Really? How come? Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. Oh, I see. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad. My real dad. I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. I wonder if Tats could tell me anything about him. Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. But there are so many pages, I can't tell what's important. We need someone to help organize all this. And I think I know just the person to ask. Okay. Gonna elucidate on that? Or not? Okay, so we do also have this photo of Garan. There's a scary looking knife sticking out. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw that knife at it, but I whiffed, and the thing ended up stuck right between her eyes. You mean this wasn't on purpose? That's so hilarious. What's this? That's what's with the altar. It's where we pay our respects to the victims of the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death. A law that's supposed to protect the people sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. Yep, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. We got the law book. This is Dirk's old law book. Look, there's a mark on the cover. It looks like it was branded on with a hot iron. Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. There's an entry on the DC Act right here, see? Oh, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about. Yep. Yep. There's this. Huh? Who's the kid? Uh-oh. Her face when she realizes. Wait a second, that's you, Apollo. I'd recognize those horns anywhere. Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me? You were so cute. And who's that fine-looking young man? That's Nayuta, back when he used to smile. Wow, his smile is absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taking the day we all went out fishing. What was Prosecutor Sadmati like when he was younger? He was kind of quiet, but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Kurain for the better. But now he's nothing more than Garon's lackey. Seems like Dats has a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later. Okay, that's it for that. Oh, I guess we gotta talk. I guess dialogue doesn't really explain this to you, but dialogue options have opened. So, Dats, you guys are still using this office, I see. Who's that fine young man? That's Nayuta. I mean, who is the DILF? That's Dirk. You can't win. Yeah. Yeah, except now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. But as Dirk said, and I quote, "We must keep it for the day when Kurai needs lawyers once more." Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. You can tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ. Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday. Take over? Me? Those were his words. He may have been half joking, though. Dirk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Kurain and take over this office. It's just a pipe dream, though. Dirk really said that. Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad, but not a day went by that he wasn't thinking of you. That much I'm sure of. Aw. Doesn't get more paternal than that. Dirk. To think I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. Nayuta. Dats, wasn't Nayuta once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep, Yudi was a rising star in the Resistance. He vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. Said he'd become a prosecutor and give Inga and Garan the smackdown they deserved. But now he's, yeah, a puppet of the Garan regime. Not only that, but now he's gonna prosecute his own dad. It doesn't add up. I wonder what happened to him. Me too, but if I had to guess, I'd say Garan has some serious leverage over him. Leverage? Wish I knew. But it seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Dirk did say... Nayuta is suffering. Yes, he knows the rightful state of Kurain's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Garan's will, and it's tearing him apart. If that's the case, I bet Nayuta doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. Okay, we're gonna present the assassination file. Take that! That's about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant? Yep, sure can. I got the whole thing memorized. See this page? It's definitely worth a look. As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Kurainese people. Yep, but he was expelled after that whole thing with Dirk happened. He must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though. Because of the whole "the sins of the father are visited upon his children" thing. Yep, in the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, He's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So, as his son, Yudi no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn. That must have been really hard on him. Yeah, the ties between father and son aren't something you could break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, the pride and joy of Korean. Now that's the Nayuta I know. Super smart and never willing to give in. He must have studied and fought like his life depended on it to get where he is today. Okay. I guess there's also this. A picture of his father. Dad, I wanted to ask you about this picture. That's the picture of your pops that Dirk found. And he had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it. Why? Why would he go through all that trouble? Dads, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad. My father. Do you know what my biological father was like? Dirk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels. This file also has some information on your real dad. It says he died in the blaze at Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago. That's right, Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who could become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They hit it off at a bar. And the next thing you know, Dirk's asked him over to play some tunes. And then the place went up in flames. Yeah. Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were still just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it was a crying shame. Your pops just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you. This is crazy. Why did we never hear about any of this before? It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your pops' stuff got burned up, including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him at first was his stage name, Jangly Justice or something like that. Dirk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know now. Hello, Kaito. Where was Thalassa during all of it? Honestly, yeah. We swept her under the rug like way too fast, didn't we? Jangly Justice? That can't be right, can it? Surely. What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? All we know is she is traveling with your pops. Yeah, honestly, it definitely, I mean, I'm not the only one to say this, but like, it is pretty funny how like 5 and 6 spend so much time trying to distance themselves from 4. It's just like embarrassing to a certain degree. That day she was off doing something on her own. So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk, huh? But she must have been desperate to find you and your father once you'd gone missing. No doubt, but the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. The police were so overwhelmed, they were probably hardly of any help to her. We searched and searched till our lives give out too, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burnt up, we had 0 leads, not even a photo. Apollo had his dad babysitting him and died in a house fire. Well, kind of. He was a little baby, and it seems like his dad was kind of a bit of a traveling man. Probably took him around a lot of places. Very, very fascinating. But yeah, we're literally only just learning about this now. This is the first time we're hearing about it. This is the first. I don't think anything about Apollo's family was mentioned before this. Basically. Wait, does that mean she thought they died in the fire, just returned to her dad? Oh, maybe. Ooh. So that's how I became an orphan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. Okay, well that's weird. And maybe she figured you died along with your pops. Yeah, shoot. There it is. Wow, I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo. So then you believe me. You believe in my son's innocence. Glad you're enjoying it. Oh, hi. Your poor son, in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence. Oh, thank you. I'm forever in your debt. Who's that? Hey there, Mrs. Inme. Hard at work, I see. Yeah, this all feels very rushed. Some of this kind of feels like they're kind of rushing to wrap up some loose ends here. Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act. Mrs. Inme, please don't forget about our case too. I won't. I will look into it as soon as I am able. Would have made more sense for Philosopher and Valon to show up at the end of the magical turnabout after Reyes trash talks one last time. Philosopher reads her trial and gives Reyes one last time. Yeah, they basically had to retcon all of that. It was such a strange way of doing it. Like they were so obsessed with pretending 4 never happened. Pretending Apollo Justice Ace Attorney never happened. That they're basically just retconning things I don't even have to. Alright, Apollo has no idea who this lady is, so he's no context for this. This is solely for us, the player. Right, exactly. Just a little bit of lore dumping for convenience sake. What's Mrs. Inme doing here? She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. A lady whose husband has been imprisoned, parents whose sons been falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people. So she's trying to help the revolution along, in her own special way. Yeah, and thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who've been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for just this chance, and they're starting to speak out in support of us. Revolution is afoot. The people are responding, and a grassroots movement is growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true. What should we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave the place. Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something. I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dats? You should be safe here, right? You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice. Okay, I trust you. What now, Apollo? Well, we've got a handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. There's something I want to show him. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group. Hate for Magpie will motivate Reyes to hit Magpie with Earthmost and shoot his daughter. Damn. That would have been pretty intense. I almost think the writers just don't have the courage to do something that crazy. I almost feel like this is a case of the writers do not have the courage. But you know what? Maybe they'll find their way again if they do another one. I honestly hope they do. I honestly hope they don't completely abandon all of these plot points, because I think a lot of them didn't really resolve as well as they could have. Hey there, son. Came to see your old man again? Hi, Dirk. Guess they're done questioning you? Yeah, you'd think Nayuta might have cut his old man a little slack, but nope. He really laid into me. Seems they're really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell them where it was, he confiscated what few possessions I had left. Wait, Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. They even took that from him? Man. Nayuta. He confiscated all my prized jailbreaking tools. What did you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in their right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that. Did he take your attorney's badge too? No, I thought it strange, but just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. I wonder why. Indeed. I find it hard to understand anything he does these days. Mysterious works as he is, but he was even more involved in the subplot. It's strained things. Yeah, that makes sense. Gosh, it was just such a cluster. Magical Turnabout was like, it was like kind of lighthearted, but then also kind of like really lore shaking. It was one of those weird cases that's kind of all over the place. I mean, I'd just be happy with any mention of Thalassa, to be honest. I need to see her again. I want to see her in 3D. I find it hard to understand anything he does these days. Your Kuraini's attorney's badge. You've worn it at all these years, even though all the lawyers are gone. Oh, it's absolutely far and away the best case. Yes, because the dragon's eye is the embodiment of my creed. To show the world that a dragon never yields, huh? Hey, Dirk. Why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream. Not until my very last breath. This is the last time you'll hear about her. Oh, hey, oh. I need her and Clavier to come back and do another single and absolutely change the entire pop scene. I need a cultural reset right now. Banana hair and all. A dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Nayuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Kurain's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. Turnabout 6. Right, there was that. Yep. So they left some things open. It's not as bad as it could be. I just hope they actually do it. He was always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Nayuta, is the reason why you didn't take Dirk's badge because you still remember those talks too? I really hope that's what it is. Yeah, there was that, and there was also like, yeah, the whole thing, like he didn't even want to do more of them, and then they did 4, and then there was 5 and 6, which he wasn't involved with, so they kind of tried to distance themselves, but it kind of just created this almost gaping hole in the vibes. Would you keep my badge for me? The vibes are all over the place. Are you sure? I can't take something so important to you. That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. I'm placing my fate in your hands. Alright, I'll make sure it stays safe. Man. Okay. What are we showing? What are we showing to our friend? What are we showing to our buddy? Oh, no, I don't need to examine. Oh, it's this. We found this in the room. Yeah. I found this in the tomb. Look familiar? Ah, that's... Turk, where did you find it? That's true. Yeah, you're spitting. That's facts right there. Athena Sykes, Ace Attorney, Fall 2026. Confirmed. You heard it here first, folks. Clip it and ship it. It's happening. Down between the monk statues in the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk? Oh, it's something I bought. Why is he suddenly acting all awkward? Yeah, I just don't really find Kurain compelling as a place. Like, I understand that the driving force is that, like, it's messed up and needs to be changed. But, like, we don't really see much about it that's, like, compelling, I think. And it's, like, actually kind of racist at worst, so there's that. I wonder when I lost it. Let's have it. It's very important to me. Of course. I'll just make a note about it for future reference. Uh-huh. Apollo, remember how Inga said he's had someone dear to Dirk? Why don't you ask about that? Yeah, it's like this caught in between thing of like, we want to do our own thing, but then there's also quite a few things that were not really properly tied up. I really hope they can really sit down and make sure that happens if they decide to do an AA7, which I feel like is fairly likely at this point. I think the fact that they're doing all this work to tidy up the ease of access of the series and making sure people can play it on modern consoles and stuff like that, that's not the kind of thing you do without, like, it's you know, that's almost like marketing, right? You can just put that out and it's like it's marketing itself. Get more people into the series. Not everybody has a DS lying around necessarily at this point. That was my limit. Thankfully they have the mobile ports. I played some of those. That was fun. I'm kind of glad I don't have to do that anymore though. Okay. Okay, so all right. Someone dear to Dirk. You're making your... Oh, wait, that's kind of sick. That's awesome. What did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand? Who is he talking about? Nayuta seemed to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything. Well, I have no idea, so... Yeah, that was probably the decision that came from up top. Well, you obediently followed his every word after he said that. I guess everybody was just mad that he didn't end up being called just in case. Everyone was so mad about the localization of Apollo Justice. I want to see them do more of Phoenix back in the mentorship role. Yeah, bring back Beanie Apollo. Bring back Beanie piano player, sad dad Apollo. Sorry, I mean Phoenix. Bring back Beanie Phoenix. I want to see more Beanie Phoenix. I need to see him be a sad dad. He was definitely a lot better in that role. Those four posts were like, yeah, that's what people, yeah, man. What do you mean? What do you mean they didn't call him just in case? Oh no, I hope they don't end up calling her Artemis. I hope they don't end up calling Athena Artemis. Phoenix is best Phoenix. Yeah, I totally. Yeah, that sounds cool. Good stuff. Love to see it. Seems to me the minister was in close proximity to someone you really care about. Oh, someone you really care about that isn't Nayuta? Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk? What? No, don't be ridiculous, son. Yeah, they almost should. Yeah, I mean, making him go away for 7 years was actually one of the best things they could have done for him. He should do that again. Except not do it as a lawyer, so he's, you know, it's not like an excuse to do the Kurain storyline again. The love of my life was Amara, but she's gone now, and there will never be another. Going back to being game one Phoenix who can't do anything. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. My bracelet. Wait, does this mean... Dirk, have you really not met somebody new? Uh-oh. 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 Oh, hey, that feels like a... Oh, that feels like a move. Oh, what's that? That's weird. What is this weird glowing stain?
Gotcha!
You spill some coffee on your sleeve? Dirk, you can't fool me. You tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. And you unconsciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket. Ah! How did you do that? Oh, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. You don't have to keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now. But you'll introduce her to me at some point, right? I keep telling you, there's no other woman. Fine, then let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve? It's just this. Satisfied? Huh? But that's the pendant we found in Amara's tomb. See, I wasn't trying to hide anything. Then why did he tense up? Dirk, let me take a look at that. Hey, what's this button for? What? Whoa. Oh, that's the same lady. Who's this lady? It's a picture of Dirk and some lady, and she's really young looking too. Mon Dieu, are you into younger women, Dirk? No, come on, Athena, come on. Dirk, you old dog, you got yourself a younger lover. Will you stop with this nonsense? This is Amara before she died. If you look closer, you'll see that I was younger too. Hey, you're right. Aw, that's no fun. What? Wait a second, haven't we seen this woman before? Now that you mention it, isn't this woman the same as the one in the pendant's photo? Yep, that's 100% her. Oh, you did it luckily. Wow, that's good. That's pretty good. I had two eyes back then. True. That's a fair point. The woman in the pendant is also the one in the photo. Apollo, where did you get this? From the safe in Inga's room. Apollo. If this is Queen Amara, it had to have been taken at least 23 years ago. But that's just not possible. Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. Here's why this photo couldn't be 23 years old. It's because this book.
Take that!
Right? Take a look at the law book. It has the mark of the Defiant Dragons. But that mark didn't exist until after you started your revolutionary activities, Dirk. So that photo must have been taken after Garan came into power. And that didn't happen until after Amara was assassinated. Ugh. So then, how could Amara even be in this photo? Wait a second. That would mean that Amara is still alive? Oh! Looks like you found me out, son. Wait, so it's actually true? What? Dirk, what do you mean Amara's still alive? I thought she'd been assassinated. So did I. But it seems she made it alive, only to be held captive by the Garan regime. Why would they do that? When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago, I heard some shocking news from a Defiant Dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amara being sighted in the palace. And those rumors turned out to be true? Yes, I snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confirmed within the grounds, but otherwise, she was fit as a fiddle. So then, the sarcophagus in the tomb, the scarmophagos in the tomb, it's empty? Yes, that entire tomb is one big charade. Garan had it built to stage Amara's death. So we're not going to be cursed by her vengeful spirit? That's a relief. She was being held under virtual house arrest. So I freed her, and we made a run for it. This photo was taken back then. Look at how they're both grinning from ear to ear. There's a fingerprint on the metal part. I guess Dirk must have left it by accident. Phew! When you beat the desecrating of grave allegations. Never thought you thought you just had to live with that. Turns out you just like, phew! I didn't actually desecrate your grave. Thank goodness. Ooh, Mr. Sadmati, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amara. On the run with Amara. I'm surprised Amara agreed to run away with you. I mean, Garan must have told her that you tried to kill her. I tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set the blaze. And she believed you? She said, and I quote, "I shall accompany you so I may ascertain the truth myself." She always was a tough one to read. I bet she was thrilled you came to her rescue, Mr. Sadmati. To be set free for your beloved, it's like something out of a fairy tale. Yeah, well, there was no happily ever after. Once Garon's people caught up with us. They took Amara, whoops. They took Amara away to who knows where. I snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. They probably moved her to some remote mountain prison or the like. Dirk, does Nayuta know about this? He knows she's his true mother. I told him as much. Wait, is that why Nayuta is following Garon's orders? Most likely. So then, do you think that deep down he doesn't really want to prosecute you? Well, he's not one to show his true feelings. And lately, I've had no idea what he's thinking. Apollo, we need to grill the Queen about Amara when we have the chance. Yeah, this is all a lot. This is all very complex. I was wondering about something. The little baby the lady's holding. Is that Prosecutor Sadmati? Not necessarily. It could just as well be me. After all, we're only 1 year apart. I don't know. I mean, the kid in the picture is too cute to be you. Let's settle this by asking Dirk himself. Oh, I got itchy. Whoa. Hold on a sec. I'm just gonna turn this off and on again. Okay, we're gonna ask. Are we gonna ask Dirk? Are we gonna present him something? Okay, we gotta present him the photo again. Take that. Dirk, about the cute little kid in this photo. Is that me? Huh? What are you talking about? See, I told you it was Prosecutor Sadmati. Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son. So then, if it's Nayuta, it was taken when he was about 1 year old, right? And that would mean you ran away with Amara around 22 or 23 years ago? Huh? You're pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive. Is he stupid? What kind of answer is that? Before you go, son, there is something else I need to tell you. Something important. What is it, Dirk? I've never seen you act so serious before. Something important. So what's this something important you had to tell me? Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow. I don't have long to live. Huh? What are you talking about? What I mean is, I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There is no escaping death, now that it has its set sight on me. What? Is this another one of your jokes? I wish it was. Huh. You can't fool me, Dirk. Huh? That's strange. Why isn't my bracelet relaxing? Are you sick? It's something like that. So you're not joking? I'm afraid not, son. Sorry. Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment? Unfortunately not. Not for what I've got. If you need some kind of surgery, I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So, please. It's too late. There's nothing more to be done now. But you always say a dragon never yields. So why are you giving up now? Apollo, I'm sorry. I really am. I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why? Listen, Apollo. I've got a favor to ask of you. Would you keep quiet about this? I don't want my fellow dragons to find out. They'd lose all hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me? Of course. Why is this happening now? Just when I was finally starting to feel like you really are my... No! Stop it! No! I thought that this time we'd finally... But now... Oh, this sucks. Damn it. Why? Apollo. Listen, son. I don't have much longer to live. But I'll never let them execute me. Not before I finish what I need to do. I know, Dirk. There's no way I'm going to let them prove you guilty. Before he goes, I'm going to turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done. I'm going to restore Dirk's freedom. And return a real smile to Nayuta's face. That's actually a kind of scary thought, but okay. I'm going to win this case. I just have to. Son, I have one more big secret. What? There's something else you've been hiding from me? I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Forgive me. You'll just have to find out for yourself. That's the only way. I don't understand, Dirk. Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all. Honestly, Dirk is a guy who literally lives based purely on vibes. Even to his literal dying breath, he is no planning, no foresight, just vibes. What is he talking about? Wait, he's not going to reveal that he actually is the killer, is he? Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. Apollo, are you okay? I'm fine. Free him now! Release Dirk! What's going on out there? Sounds like the party's getting started without me. Huh? It's coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo, and take a look. I'll do it. I'll steal the cocoon. I'll do it. Okay, temple. Temple. Maybe Apollo is his biological son? That? Yeah, I could see that. I can see that more than I can see Nayuta being that. Whoa, what is all this? Whoa, animated. It's Dats. Oh my gosh, animated Dats.
Let go, will ya? What are they? Huh? Well, look at that. The people are coming to take their courts back.
Don't hold back, men! Arrest them all!
The zones. That was awesome. The revolution will not be televised. Dirk belongs to the people! Give him back! Yeah, where are you holding him? Quiet down, you. They have my big sister too, but she didn't do anything wrong. Ouch! Youch! Stop pulling my hair! Release my son! Release him now! Ah, stop that! No biting! This is really something. And it looks like Dad and Mrs. Inby are leading the charge. You unenlightened fools. Do you honestly think this will change anything? Yudi, why do you keep serving that witch Garan? Hey, Nayuta. You again. What's going on here? It would appear that the insurgents are fanning the flames of rebellion. But I never thought it would grow so large. However, they will all be under arrest shortly. Reinforcements are almost here. They'll be arrested just for protesting? They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Okay, buddy. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, has ordered they be arrested and judged en masse. But weren't you once a member of the Defiant Dragons too? How could you go along with this? I am simply following the orders that Her Eminence has handed down. Oh, we love a just following orders guy. We just love that guy, don't we? No, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Nayuta, there's something I want you to talk about. Oh my gosh, this guy, this freaking guy. I can't with this guy. Hey, you're not getting away this time. We need to talk. I see there is no reasoning with you. Very well then, speak. Dirk. Nayuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor on Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting your own flesh and blood. It's just not right. Again with this drivel? Your ethical standards are not the be-all end-all of the world around you. I'm not getting into another debate with him. Nayuta, did you know that Dirk is sick? Okay, I guess we're just coming out with it then. What? He apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If found guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it until his execution day. What are you talking about? Knowing this, are you still prepared to send an already dying man to his grave? Well, enough with the Zen monk act, Nayuta. Tell me how you really feel. Mr. Justice, each person is born with a role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine. Well, I'm not convinced that taking Dirk to trial is a part of your lot in life. As for why you've been at Garon's every beck and call, I think I might have the answer. Uh-huh. Nayuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? About how the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere? So Dirk told you, did he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner of this kingdom to keep her safe from harm. Safe from harm? But Dirk said the Garan regime is holding her captive. No, they are keeping her safe. So you don't know where Mara is being held. I only know that it is some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. Yeah, like what? This is how you react to the information that your at the very least father figure is dying and your mother is a lot what you knew. Your mother is held hostage? Like what? I have heard that she leads a simple life, akin to that of monastic disciples. There's no way Nayuta is gonna redeem himself. There's no way. There's no shot. There's no shot. They're gonna do a little superficial thing at the end just to please the audience, and that's gonna be it. There's no way this guy is just gonna be like, "Oh, thank you, Apollo. I'm reformed now." No, I don't think so. Sure sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nayuta, Aren't you really doing the queen's bidding? Because she's holding Amara captive? And this whole thing with Dirk, you know he didn't really kill Inga, don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time, it's our turn. You could have been killed, but you risked your life to save us. Why? What a silly question. What father wouldn't risk his life to save his own children? Nayuta, Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call when you need me. Understand? It's our turn to help Dirk however we can. What you speak of is futile. Let it go and move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness, you must resign yourself to it all. Clinging to false hope now will only serve to magnify your future despair. So let it go and move on. This isn't just about you, you dumbass! Traitor for the capitalist class. Yeah, that's the thing. He literally does not care about anybody but himself. It's all about how he feels about the situation. It's perfect. Of course he would end up like that. Are you really just gonna roll over on this? I have no more time for idle chatter. I must prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now, if you'll excuse me. Apollo, I sensed a whirlpool of emotions coming from within Prosecutor Sadmati just now. Anger, shock, bewilderment, and an icy sorrow, as deep and dark as an abyss. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who will need my help tomorrow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garan another visit, and ask her about her sister, Amara. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was still doing the prosecutor thing, even though he was doing it in an environment very favorable to prosecutors. At least he was doing it. None of these guys are even interested in doing it the right way anymore. They don't even, it's been so long, they don't even know what that looks like. Well, I guess they're probably gonna need a reminder. The Royal Guard isn't around. That is utter hooey. You cannot continue to deceive the people like that. Raifa, justice is much more than simply speaking the truth. Is that Princess Raifa and Queen Garan over there? You deceived me too, Mother. How can I ever believe a word you say again? You nincompoop. Your benevolence. I couldn't help it over here. You impudent. Katonk. Ow! Man. Are you okay, Mr. Wright? I can't believe she actually punched you. Oh, is that what she was doing? I thought she was like throwing something. Like throwing a little toy or something. That makes a little more sense. Yeah, I'm used to it by now. Threw some popcorn at. What's the matter with the princess? It sounded like she was arguing with her mother. Threw a gumball at him. Maybe it has something to do with this picture. Raifa said she had to ask her mother about some secret or another as soon as she saw it. So then, does that mean that Princess Raifa knows what really happened? That Amara wasn't assassinated and is still very much alive? The Royal Guard isn't around. Yeah, Grunt and Guard are on break. Yeah. Yeah, that's about the level of effort they put into the names. It would seem so. And she doesn't seem to be taking Garan's lies very well. But that's no surprise, considering how much Raifa reveres her mother. That would definitely cause her a great deal of anguish and sadness. Eavesdropping, are we? How very rude. You there. Are you not Dirk's son? Oh, nice to meet you, Your Eminence. We're actually here to speak with you, if you could spare a moment. Amara's alive. Your Eminence, Dirk told me about Amara. About how she's still alive, that is. We know not of what you speak. After Dirk learned Amara was still alive, he rescued her, and then they ran off together. But she was captured, and remains captive in a secret location to this day. As for Nayuta doing your bidding, it's only because Amara's life's in your hands. Oh, what an active imagination you have. Ha 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 ha. Oh wait, I guess the guards are off break. A lawyer and a comedian, how droll. Whoa, where did they come from? Anyway, if she's going to play dumb, I'll just have to jog her memory with some evidence. Okay. Oh right, maybe we show her the picky. Let's take that. Your Eminence, I ask that you take a look at this photo. Why, that's... Yep. It's a photo of Amara. And here you can see a law book bearing the mark of the Defiant Dragons. I believe you know what that means. Very well. Royal Guard, stand down. Yes, Your Eminence. Your wishes are command. Goodbye. They peaced out. It seems there is no need to perpetuate this charade any longer. We shall speak of all we know. Oh, Amara's alive. So then you admit that Amara is still alive? Yes, she is under our protection in a safe location. I think you mean being held prisoner. And where is she being kept? Oh, now why would we tell the son of a traitor that? Guess she has a point there. Now heed our warning, horned devil. It would not be wise to inform the people that Amara yet lives. It would only serve to plunge public order into chaos. Have you looked outside? I think we're already there. I think it's a bit late for that. I have no intention of doing that. Besides, there are real terrorists out there who might try to kill her. Good. Now, there was something we have been meaning to ask you. Do you know what has become of the Founder's Orb? The Founder's Orb went missing after Dirk took it into the tomb. As his son, we thought you might know something of its current whereabouts. I knew it. I suppose I should thank you for that free running tour of Khurain. That was the Royal Guard's own doing. Nice try, lady. But now you're definitely not getting the orb, ever. Why do you want the orb so badly, anyway? Because it would be most dangerous in the wrong hands. It must be recovered. Is the legend true? Can the orb really impart spiritual power? Are you worried that someone could overthrow you with it? The Holy Mother's power is without equal. Should Her Holiness once again return to our world. That's just a normal Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, that's just another Tuesday in Khurain. She could conceivably bestow great power upon the one who unlocked the orb's secret. I guess it makes sense considering spirit channeling is a fact of life here. So we ask you, horned devil, did you receive the Founder's Orb from Dirk? Does it look like I did? So you like to play games, do you? Royal Guard. Yes, Your Eminence. Search this devil and his belongings. What? At once, Your Eminence. Don't move. You're only making this harder on yourself. Yikes. Hey, cut it out. Oh, what the? Oh, no. Eek! Apollo, don't strip here. Stop resisting. Just submit to our strip search already. Oh my god, what? No, wait. Hey, cut it out. Oh, I hate this, actually. Ah! Rest in peace, as my poor tattered dignity. There's no sign of the Founder's Orb, Your Eminence. No, I guess not, thankfully. How old is Apollo here? Maybe like... Actually, now that you mention that, I think he's like in his mid-20s. I don't know why he's not in the screen here though for some reason. Interesting. I don't know why he's not there, but yeah, he's like in his mid-20s. So, you have hidden it somewhere. No matter. We shall recover it one way or another, once you are found guilty of abetting the accused. Dirk was right. She really is bent on getting the orb. Mother! Looks like the princess is back. I took a stroll to try to calm myself, but I still find this situation unacceptable. The people must be informed about Queen Amara. So she does know about that. Rayfa, you do not yet possess a clear grasp of how a government and its people interact. There will always be secrets that must be kept from the ignorant masses. You have little faith in our people, Mother, but it is the royal priestess's duty to always speak the truth. And as such, I cannot remain silent. I will not. Huh. The truth, you say? Your mind has been poisoned by the barbed one. It was an honor and a pleasure, Your Eminence. That's awesome. We must speak with our child. It is a mother's duty to discipline her child, after all. Now, if you would excuse us. Discipline? Coming from her, I don't like the sound of that at all. Well, Apollo, let's head back to the safe house for now. Good idea. We need to go over what we found and collect our thoughts. Dang, alright. I guess we're just gonna go chew on that for a little bit. I guess we're just gonna regroup from there. Somehow. Ah, you're back. Thank you for holding down the fort, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Sorry it took so long. Hope you weren't too bored. I watched the plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm, while you were gone. They put him in front of the shows. And my verdict is, it's an outrage, especially its theme song. Even worse, the people here believe it's an original Karaini's show. Can you believe it? I've already spoken to LA with Mr. Arabal, and I'm not sure what he's babbling about, but at least it seems he wasn't bored. Good Edgeworth moment. Moving along to things that actually matter. We've gathered about all the information and evidence we can concerning this case. I think it's time we go over everything we've learned so far. Inga's murder. The orb trial. Maya's abduction. Edgeworth knows copyright lawyers. Yeah, maybe he shouldn't talk anymore before he... So that he can... he can prosecute that case. And the murder of the mastermind behind it all. Justice Minister Inga. It's a lot to consider. Think you have all the facts straight in your head? Yeah, I've got it covered, Mr. Wright. It's the truth about what really went down that's going to be the problem. Yeah, it's like the more we learn about this case, the less we understand. I agree. There's a deep darkness enveloping this case. I'm almost afraid of what we will find once we lift that black veil. Suffice to say, the real killer is certainly waiting underneath. The real killer, huh? Well, that's the million-dollar question. Who killed Inga, and why? Think, Apollo. Who would you say had a motive to commit this crime? Yeah, he was not having this. They really had to sneak that in to make sure. We had to show him Plumed Punisher just so he could absolutely mault about it. I, for one, am drawing a complete blank. I want to know how the killer slipped into the tomb, killed Inga, and slipped back out. Without ever being seen. That's a bona fide locked room mystery right there. Well, we've collected plenty of evidence and statements. I just hope the rest comes out in court. It'll be a thinner tightrope than usual, that's for sure. Mars assassination. This case has one big fly in the ointment. In order to prove Dirk completely innocent, we'll also have to exonerate him of the crime committed 23 years ago. Amara's supposed assassination. Right, we know Amara's still alive, but Dirk could still be charged with plotting to kill her. He couldn't discover the truth, even after over 2 decades of investigating. So our biggest hurdle is going to be the complete lack of evidence. The fire made sure of that. Mr. Wright, have you ever won a case without any evidence? No, that's one thing I've never done before. A trial unprecedented even in the decorated annals of the Wright Anything Agency. Still, I can't help but wonder, was there really no evidence left behind? Oh, and we can't forget about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, if Dirk is found guilty and is sentenced to death, we'll likely join him in a very public execution. Yeah. Beat the charges or die. What kind of crazy upside-down legal system is this anyway? She's just trying to, she's just now figuring that out. She's just putting that together now. Don't worry. I can ask someone as young as you to risk. I can't ask someone as young as you to risk your life, Athena. So tomorrow, it'll just be me and Apollo on the courtroom floor. But you can support us by watching from the gallery. What? No, I want to help. I'm part of the agency too, after all. Sorry, but this is a direct order from your boss. Plus, there's Prosecutor Blackquill to think of. He said he'd use me for sword practice if I put you in harm's way. Simon. Well, at least promise me this, you two. Promise me you'll make it back alive. And they just neatly sweep Athena under the rug. It's flawless. I almost didn't notice it coming. Perfect. Mwah, chef's kiss. Oh, so good. They gave her so much agency just to take it all away. Mwah, perfect. Oh, it's so good. Oh, lovely. Oh, very good. Oh, what's that? What's that face, Apollo? You'll never inspire confidence in your client like that. And it'll play right into the prosecution's hands. Remember, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're right. Everyone says all of us around this Australian evidence to be found. I can never let us show our faces, right? You can't let us show. Poor freaking Sarge. Thanks, Phoenix. Very cool. Yeah. Will I actually be able to do that tomorrow? When push comes to shove, will I be able to force my biggest smile? And that's your to be continued. Oh. Hey, we got 2 parts done today. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty sick. Whew. That's cool. It actually feels like it's starting to come around again. I definitely feel like it was dragging for a while, and that's why that's probably part of the reason I put it off. But yeah. I guess we're I don't know. I guess we're gonna see how this sticks the landing next time. It'll probably be a pretty long trial, to be fair. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see how that goes. Thank you, Phoenix. Very cool. Thank you, very cool. Whew. Anyway. I had a long day, so I think that's going to be all for me tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for hanging out. And thank you to everyone who is tuning in on YouTube as well. It's awesome that more people are stopping in from the tubes. Always love to see it. Very awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. Today I've got... Oh no, there's a creeper. Oh, drat, I've died again. Anyway. Thank you, Wolf Spirit. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll definitely do more of this. Lately, I've been doing more rhythm games. I just got a Riff Master, so I've been playing a lot of Rock Band and Fortnite Festival. But we're definitely going to come back to this pretty soon. We're getting close to the end of the main story of it, and there's also like a DLC case after that. So there's still quite a bit to do, and I want to hopefully finish by like September. September 6th, I think, is when the new one comes out. So if I can finish by then, I think I'm pretty much on track to do that. I think I can do that. I think that's doable. All right. I don't think I'll be back tomorrow. I might go back on Monday. I got a pretty free week coming up, which is awesome. So yeah, I'll hop on, maybe do some Rock Band. We can continue the Rocky drama. That was always fun. That was fun last time we did it. We can definitely finish that up. See what's in store there. Yeah. I can also plug the socials in case anyone wants to continue the conversation. I'll put that in YouTube chat too. Just in case. I really should set up a bot in the YouTube chat. I think it's probably about that time. I think it's probably about time for me to do that. All right. That's going to be all for me tonight. I'm going to go rest, get some food in me, and probably crash out. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope you're doing very well. I hope the Sunday scaries aren't too bad. And I will see you. Thank you very much for hanging out. Bye. See you again.